In this video, our goal is to look at what are Stirling numbers of the first kind. So let's look at the definition, and I'll take an example to explain what is the Stirling number. Given two numbers r and n belong to natural number with 0 less than or equal to n less than or equal to r, let SRN denote the number of ways to arrange r distinct objects around n indistinguishable circles. So we have r distinct objects around n circles such that, so this is the condition, that each circle has at least one object. And these are the numbers that we call Stirling numbers of the first kind, which is named after the James Stirling. So recall this problem. This problem I did in one of my last video, and so link is added in the description. So consider a problem: in how many ways can 6 people be seated such that at least one person on each table be seated? And there are, in the first case we want to know around 2 tables, and in the second case we want to know around 3 tables. So if it is around 2 tables and we want to make 6 people sitting with ensuring that one person sits on one table at least, so there are possibility. Either this can be done in this way, 5 plus 1, that 5 people sit on one table and the one person sits on another table. Second possibility, it could be that 4 people sit on one table and 2 sit on another table. And the third possibility could be that they both are equal. Now, this I've explained in my last video. When we count the number of ways altogether using the addition principle, we get that this number comes out to be 274. And similarly, in the second case, when we try to make the second case, in this case, we want around 3 tables, so we can have the possibilities like 1 plus 1 plus 1, and then the sub case could be 3 plus 2 plus 1. So, and finally, the last case could be on each table there are 2 persons. And again, we count all possibility sub cases using the combinations, and then using the circular permutation concept also. And then we apply addition principle to know what is the total number, and we found this is 225. Now, how do I count this? This in detail I have done in my last video, link added in description. So now if I look at this, what is this? So this is actually this Stirling number problem. Stirling number problem have this condition that each circle has at least one object, and then we may have as many as number of circles. So in this case we have around n circles. That means, like in the first case we have 2 tables, so these are like 2 circles, and in the second case we have something like 3 tables. So if I want to write this in the notation of the Stirling number, what I will write in the notation of the Stirling number is 6. So R stands for number of distinct objects. So there are 6 people, and if there are 2 tables, so we got this answer as 274. And if there are 6 people but there are 3 tables, then we got the answer as 225. Now the question was how to find Stirling number value for the large numbers, and for this I need to find a recurrence relation. So our main purpose of this video is to derive the recurrence relation. And before that, let's write some simple initial value. So there are r object and there are 0 tables. So this is 0 if r is greater than equal to 1. If there are r object and r table, and we remember on each table there has to be one person. So there are r tables. So let's say these are r tables, and there are r people only. So that means one of the person will sit obviously on each table. So there is only one way in this case, whenever r is greater than or equal to 0. Now if I take SR, 1, R object and 1 table, this reduces to simple circular permutation problem, and so this is r minus 1 factorial whenever r is greater than equal to 2. And SR, R minus 1, so if there are more number of object but there are less table, and on each table we of course want one person to be seated, so it is obviously select 2 from R. So r greater than equal to 2. So now we find the reconciliation to find for the larger value of the Stirling number, and we show that SR, n, this is equal to SR minus 1, n minus 1 plus r minus 1, SR minus 1, n, whenever r and n belongs to capital N and we consider number of tables, this is less than or equal to number of object. And to prove this proposition, what we will do is we will use the classes argument, and we will divide the classes. We will have a two disjoint classes. So let's first consider, for the simplicity, R stands for the distinct object. So consider R distinct object. Consider R distinct object. And for just simplicity, I am arranging the R object like 1, 2 up till R. So consider R distinct object, we'll say denoted by 1, 2 up till R. And now I further consider any of the objects. So let's say consider first object. So in my notation, I am considering the first object as 1. So this is first object considered. So now we, in any of the arrangement, whenever we are arranging these objects on round tables, it is possible that the first object is available on this table, or first object is available on this table, or anywhere else. So we may have either the first object is available in the circle, or the first object is not available on a particular circle. So we will divide this into two disjoint classes, and for this we will make the categories. So in any arrangement of the objects, either one is the only object in a circle, or one is mixed with the other object. So of course these two classes are going to give us disjoint cases, because we are saying one is only object in the circle. That satisfies the condition of the Stirling number, that there has to be at least one object on the table. And in this case, there are more than the first object. So now we will count how many ways are there to count the first case and how many ways are there to count the second case. So for the first case, we can see now, for case 1, how many objects do we have left more to place it on the table? 1 is already there. So we can see there are S R minus 1 comma S minus 1 ways to form such arrangement, because in this case, whenever we are saying that 1 is only object, so 1 is placed on that table and the remaining is R minus 1 object and N minus 1. So for that also we can write that in the form of Stirling number only. So the idea of the reconciliation is to find a relation in terms of the same Stirling number. So here what I did, we fixed this one object on the first table and we are saying this is the only object. So the placement of this object is fixed. Now for the remaining one, we can again use the Stirling number and we say that R minus 1 object in N minus 1 tables. So ways to form the such arrangement. And for the case 2, we do that in sequential. First of all, place R minus 1 object, that is the second object, third object and R minus 1 rth object in N circles. So there is no restriction on these objects, and that can be done in S R minus 1 N ways. Now the condition was that we want to mix this one with the other one. So let's first place 2, 3 rth object in these N tables. So that can be done in this way. And then one can be placed in any of the R minus 1 distinct spaces. We can simply say that you put that in on immediate right, or you can place that in the table in which there are other objects. So that can be done in R minus 1 possible ways, because there were remaining were R minus 1 object. So now this is a sequential approach. We first place R minus 1 object, then we placed one and mixed with the other one. So here we will use the multiplication principle. So using the multiplication principle, we will simply say R minus 1 possibility ways to place 1, followed by the one that we have calculated for the other object, that is S R minus 1 comma N. So we can count, and we know that these two classes are disjoint. So now using the addition principle, we can add the first class, that is S R minus 1 N minus 1, and then we can add this in the second class, which is this one. This is due to the second class. And here these are the two distinct classes in which we divided all of the object. So obviously this leads to, this is equal to S R comma N, and this gives rise to the recurrence relation. And once we know the recurrence relation, we can find the Stirling numbers for the larger value. So now in this table I am calculating some values of the Stirling numbers for the large value. Let us consider R on this side, N on this side. So there are few values that I am keeping: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. and on this side also we start increasing the same number to see how this reconciliation is beneficial in counting the large values. So this is the place where r is also 0 and n is also 0. So this means this is the case 0 0. So there are no object and there is no table. So by convention we assign this value as 1. So here we will consider this as 1. Now for the next case, if I look at in the first column, this will be 1 0. So there is one object but there is no table. So in this case the value is 0. And if I look at here, so in this case r is also 1 and n is also 1. So there is one object and one table, and we remember the condition that on each table there has to be one person. So there is only one possible way in this case. So we will have it 0 and 1. Now similarly in this there are two people and 0 table. So the first column will give me all the values as 0 0 0. Now if for this place, so in this case we have two people and one table, and this leads to our normal circular permutation problem. So this is 2 minus 1 factorial, that is equal to 1. So here again, here we get the value as 1. Let's calculate some other value. Say for example I want to calculate this one, 3 1. So again 3 1, so whenever this is 1, so there is one table, so this will lead to the same problem, that is 3 minus 1 factorial, that is 2 factorial. So this value will come out to be 2, and then we have 6 factorial 6, because this value will correspond to 4 minus 1, that is 3 factorial, which is 6, and this will be 24 120 720 5040 40320. And now for this case, when say we have 3 object and 2 table, so there are 2 tables, so there is a possibility that on the first table we can consider 1 person and on another we can consider 2 person, or on the first table we consider 2 person and 1 on this person, and then we count the total number of ways to do these arrangement. So rather than doing this, what I will do is I will use the recurrence relation. So what was the recurrence relation? We recall here the recurrence relation was r comma n, that is equal to s r minus 1 comma n minus 1 plus r minus 1 s r minus 1 comma n. And if I want to calculate here 3 comma 2, so this value is s 3 minus 1, that is 2, and then for this becomes 1 plus here we get 2 times s, so this is again 2, and here this value is 2. So we have already calculated 2 1, so 2 1 is here, so we will keep this as 1 plus 2 times 2 2. So whenever they both are same, there is only one possibility, so this is 1, and we get this number as 3. So we place here this number as 3, and we continue doing. So whenever this is 3 3, this is always 1, and we fill out this lower triangular in this way, and we find all the Stirling number using this recurrence relation in this way.